Finding the True Light. Today's Gospel reading is John chapter 8, verses 12 to 20. And we have Jesus declare, saying that I am the light of the world, that whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Right on the onset, I would like to highlight the dangers of walking with a little bit of light or a little bit of spirituality. Many times we notice people are afraid of developing this deeper bond with God, delving deeper into their spiritual lives, into spirituality, because they are so afraid of turning into people that thank and praise God at every instance. And the important point to note is that twilight casts shadows, and it must have happened to you that somewhere in the evening time you must have noticed somebody in the street, and the mannerisms of the person, the silhouette of the person, the way the person dresses looks like somebody you know very well. You follow that person around in order to greet him, and then finally when you catch up with that person and you go to hello him and pat the person on the back, and when the person turns towards you to face the light, you notice it is somebody totally different, some stranger you don't even know. The same thing can happen in our spiritual life. So walking with a little bit of spiritual knowledge just for the superficiality of spiritual rituals, we do them, and sometimes we even follow the wrong spiritual leaders to only realize too late that you've been misled all along. So Jesus is not just talking about some physical light that the world gives, but the light of life, which is the light that illuminates the truth and illuminates the choices that we are making in our lives. So going forward, we see that the Pharisees then they want to challenge Jesus' testimony, and Jesus is telling them that his testimony holds true because he knows where he's come from and where he is going, and that God the Father validates him, and everything he does is as per the will of God. So similarly, our calling is to live our truth in the authenticity of being the children of God the Father. So, how do we do that? By living our lives as true witnesses of the life of Christ. So, also, when this world is so obsessed with artificial lights, image enhancers, fleeting trends which create only confusion, uncertainty, doubt, and definitely builds stress. So, what the gospel is saying is, since we judge by these kind of appearances, we should be very selective on not following such illusions of perfection as portrayed on social media or with filters and spotlights that hides disease and enhances half truths. For there are dangers of following these lights that can leave shadows in areas unseen, or sometimes can just leave you in absolute darkness when the electricity goes off. So, Jesus is asking you, is inviting you today to step out from these shadows and into the light by following Him. So, the question for you today is, are you walking in the light? Are you walking towards the light? Or are you still navigating in darkness? This is my short gospel reflection for today. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow.